2TC is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to complete an entire Chimps game with just 2 towers placed down. Energizer and Churchill. Let's get to it. I would love to not purchase twin guns, but we need the additional dart in order to get us enough money to get Churchill, otherwise we won't get to that stage. Halfway to getting Churchill and it's round 12. The Energizer does 2 things incredibly well. Number 1, it is very good against the super ceramics later on. And number 2, it levels up a hero even more quickly when the hero itself is within the radius of the Energizer, and we should switch to strong for this particular round. Yeah, that's much better. Hopefully we won't get any yellow balloons going down south or even green ones, which is brilliant. So yeah. Going strong for the win is vital for round 15 success with twin guns. Also, we're going to have ourselves a wonderful tank on the field right about now. Since neither tower has camo detection this early on, we're going to need to go to submersion support as early as possible so that we can decamify the green camo balloon on round 24. Speaking of which, there we go. Camo issue resolved. Airburst starts with that additional firepower from our darts here, but also it enhances our plutonium reactor and energizer from that point onwards. The only benefit to middle path I've seen is not only the fact that the radiation can pop leads, but I think the actual circle that it emits actually has more pierce, so therefore it can affect more balloons that are inside the radius before it gets to a point where the Energizer cannot pop any other balloons which are within its radius. Plutonium reactor acquired. So aside from Moabs, we should always keep this in this form, but when a Moab appears, it's more powerful when you unsubmerge it, but when it's the Energizer, it's more powerful submerged. These 2 towers have very similar color schemes with the black, yellow and green. I really like that. Any black or zebra problem will be dealt with by the plutonium reactor or the machine gun on our lovely Sentinel Churchill here. But there shouldn't be any issues when it comes to like any type of balloons themselves aside from DDTs. Like when it comes to DDTs, Sentinel Churchill's heals I've kept saying that too many times there. Abilities are the only things that can actually pop the DDTs. If these were truly turbo damage laser bombs or laser blasts, then they are dealing a surprising amount of damage against purple balloons, i.e. actual damage, which I believe in Balloons Tower Battle 2, Sentinel Churchill and Cyber Quincy by default can't pop purple balloons, I imagine. I'm not a person that plays games to play against other players. I've always preferred just playing against AI, or on the off chance I like cooperative games where you team up with other players, but unfortunately there are 2 things which are really reliant upon me to actually have a good time when it comes to being against another player. Number 1, a stable internet connection, and number 2, being very good at the game so that I don't feel like I'm going to be in a rage, which is why over the years I've really disliked actually playing online against other people. Like even when Call of Duty was very good, I used to not be very patient when it comes to the game, or not being able to actually be of any good at the game whatsoever. Even back like OG Modern Warfare 2. Yes, that OG Modern Warfare 2. Back when Call of Duty was actually a good game. Hey, Energizer is now up, and because of that we managed to get before the end of the round, it means that our lovely Sentinel Churchill is now leveling up at a faster pace. Anything that enters the Energizer's radius, if it's not a Moab class blue, just gets instantly wiped. But then again, there's also the ceramic problem as well, but this does light work against ceramics as well, just like that. Honestly, I just speak my words too soon. All I see is green, yellow, actually just green and black now. The Energizer has shedded its yellowness for extra very dark colors like gray, dark gray and black. Our first BFB of the game, under armor piercing, Churchill would do even better against it than if we were not to activate the ability. But hopefully soon we will get ourselves some Moab Barrage, like on this round. Yeah, I think there's still an appropriate usage of the Moab Barrage. I was meant to click on number 2, but instead I clicked on number 1. Yeah, round 63 ceramics just have absolutely no chance whatsoever, for goodness sakes. You deal with the leads, you deal with the ceramics. The rest of our money will now go into leveling up Churchill when we can. Regardless of what targeting priority you have Churchill on, his machine gun will always be prioritized on first. So if you have this on last, it means that only the cannon is last, whereas Churchill will always rotate himself and his machine gun to always target the firstmost balloon on the entire track. Do we need Moab Barrage? That is a no. The only way that a possible 2 megapops or a possible 2 tower chimps or a possible few tower type chimps can be improved is when it is possible to do a particular combination or particular run, how fast can you do that run? So that's essentially going from being able to do it to being able to do it as fast as possible, which will then really question whether if using a balloon Sabo or an Absolute Zero or glue gunners is worth that, because yes, they slow down the balloons to make it so that it is easier to do, but at the same time it's a trade-off of making all of the balloons slower, so therefore you'll be using up more time. So that's just another category that could be delved into if, let's say, if you have done a Century Champion 2 megapops, then you could delve into how fast can you do a Century Champion 2 megapops. But then the other category would be how close can you get to getting every single pop on the track. Now I've already proven that a Century Champion or pops is possible for a Chimps game by it being the only thing that pops balloons, and any other tower you have down which only supports your current tower, or you are slowing down the balloons themselves with, let's say, the Sabo and the non-lethal glue gunners. Let's just use it on that actually. We don't need to use this until the fortified BFB spawn around 79. So it's a rather interesting topic to really talk about, really. All of these different challenges that either Ninja Kiwi has posed upon us as players with achievements like 2 megapops or 2 tower chimps, because the community is honestly amazing of coming up with other different kind of challenges, regardless of how generic or niche that they are, because it always provides people new ways of being able to interact with Balloons Tower Defense 6. Like, I've always wanted to be able to venture into other challenges, and one thing I would love to be able to delve into is try and do 2 megapops on advanced and expert maps, but I'm still not confident at this stage of the game, let's just say, of entrusting myself with my own current skill set to try and venture forth into that, because it's very easy for a extremely good player to say, well, just do it, okay? It's really easy. But then you also got to put into the perspective of, you are talking at a level where you can comfortably do a normal chimps run on a expert map. You can comfortably do a 2 megapops on a expert map. So it comes down to perspective, but also subjectivity upon the player, because it's not good to close yourself off because it is too difficult, but it is also equally as not good to close yourself off from other players because you are superior to them when it comes to your skill set in comparison to theirs when it comes to a particular scenario. Because I've always believed that Balloons Tower Defense 6 can be played by anyone, regardless of how good you are at a game, whether if you can do a Chimps game on Bronze, or if you can't even do easy on Monkey Meadow. And that's just not like going to round 100 on easy Monkey Meadow. I'm just talking about doing that in general. I think this game should be absolutely open to all different skill sets, not just a closed off elitist 0.1% amount of players' mindset that some people believe that the community should be. Several fortified BFBs. Once all of them are out, we will barrage them into hell. There we go. I was hoping for the first one to be taken down, then we can instantly nuke the fortified Moabs that spawn out of it. But alas, let us level up Churchill again, please. I always like just Churchill in general on last on this particular map, so you can fully utilize Churchill's Pierce with his tank cannon along the straight line here, getting as much damage as possible, because Pierce also equals damage, okay? Okay, I will go to first with this particular scenario to deal with these straggling Moab-class balloons. Let's annihilate these and hope I have this ability ready for the DETs. And
Type 7 threat detected.
There we go. Yeah, all these fortified balloons can be very frightening, but no match for us, although I think we should be able to do this. Yeah, we'll be able to do this. I was really worried that Churchill would be a bit too powerful. There we go. Level 20 is in sight. That's beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DDTs on round 93. All 6 DDTs can be instantly wiped with a press of a button. Level 20 Churchill on round 94. And we are all ready for the DDTs on this round. Level 20 Churchill's is just attack power just dramatically increases. Armor piercing shell from the early portion of the round. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, this is what I feared actually. I don't think armor piercing shell will.
Squad, emergency. Type 7 threat detect. Turbo damage laser bomb. Sentai style.
Okay, now it's no longer doing damage, so let's use it on that. Lovely. And the rest of it should go down. Piece of cake. Lovely. So now we have nothing left for our money to be used on. So now it's just a matter of surviving. Armor piercing shells really helps against the fortified balloons. Like, they soak up so much firepower required for them to be totally eradicated. Can we do this without any more abilities, or do we need to use abilities? Because we do have the Energizer as a means of really helping out against those ceramics. Right, round 97. There we go. Whittle down the fortified ZOMGs. It's only in certain scenarios round 97 is worse off than round 98. Namely, any Spirit of the Forest combinations or any Spirit of the Forest scenarios round 98 is easier than round 97. Can you believe it? I bet you can, in a way. We may need abilities for this round. And we may need to use them earlier. There we go. Delay our usage of armor piercing shells by just always focusing on the Moab barrage. Now this round should be good. Armor piercing shells when it's just the... Oh my god, look at the number of BFBs that we have to deal with. Honestly, that is really frightening. Can we do this? Ooh, pierce cap issues with the Energizer here. Or it's just the fact that the fortified super ceramics are annoying. Let's not take out the majority of the ZOMGs at this given point in time. Let us delay the popping of the normal ZOMGs so that we can actually focus fire on the fortified balloons just a little bit more. And that has seemed to work. Excellent. Yes. Okay. Now it's just the fortified DETs to deal with. I hope to just be able to do this with armor piercing shell, but god, yeah, that twice amount of health. We need to rely on our Moab barrage here. There we go. Armor piercing shells also helped out. God, you really are generic with your voice lines when it comes to Moab class balloons, aren't you? Can we get the Moab? Okay. We need to delay our usage of armor piercing shells by just using the Moab barrage. Light speed ultra mega strike.
Light speed ultra mega strike. laser bombs. Sentai style. Make a strike.
Come on, don't do this to me. Armor piercing shells, please. I need you now. Excellent. Okay, so that was a bit of a rough victory there, but we managed to get at the very end there. A few rounds struggling there. Like, round 95 wasn't a huge issue once we got down with the timing of the abilities of Churchill in there. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been the 2 Tower Chimps with the top pass submarine with the tankiest of heroes. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to use my creator support code whenever you are purchasing anything from the store. That would be thoroughly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching and take care of yourselves, everybody.